Hello guys, this is Pete from Into the Review, and as you can see we're going to be playing the forest in single player. We will start a new game and just give you some general hints and tips on how to get going in the forest. We've been playing it for, I bought the game last year in very early stages, and it's progressively got better and better as the time's gone on, and it's now actually at a stage where it is looking extremely good, as you can see. This is the intro. I will let it play the intro, but I'll probably speed this bit up and you'll see what happens. There we go. We're on an island. This bit explains obviously where everyone else has gone and who's taken them. We'll be seeing a lot more of them later on. And here we are. Right, awake. Now, the aim of the game, obviously says there, low energy, eat something, get some rest. It tells you what you've got to do. First off, we'll start at the back and we will take everything. You get a pedometer so you can keep track of what you've been doing. It also gives you the weather, temperature, all that sort of stuff. Got someone's leg there, it's nice. You'll be seeing a lot of just body parts throughout this game. So yeah, at the moment the trick is to collect all food and everything off the plane before you get going. Don't just run straight off and start exploring, because trust me, for the first few days you will need that as your main requirements. That's the plane scavenged, empty. Let's get rid of the pedometer, we do not need that for a while. And here we are in the middle of a forest. Now this island is huge. It is like any other islands that I've played on so far, and you see lots of suitcases. First thing, crack some of these open. You get meds and cloths which you can use for crafting later on. Hit bushes, you collect leaves and everything else which you will need to keep fires going. Here, cut down the small trees and you will collect sticks, which is used once again for crafting. So basically at the moment anything you can pick up on the first 10 minutes, open up what you can. Don't worry too much about opening all the cases. They do respawn after a few days, so you do get more cases you can crack open. But that will probably do. Just do this one just for the beginning tutorial. First thing we're going to need is somewhere to sleep. By pressing the B button opens up your book, and through here we'll start at the beginning. It shows you what you can build, and we will start actually with a small fire. That's the easiest thing to build, and we'll build our main camp. Now that over there is basically an islander's village, so we don't want to build too close to them, because that is where the mutants seem to hang around quite a bit. So we'll come away from the plane just slightly, and here's some obviously where someone else has set up camp. So we'll start by setting up here in the trees, out of the way slightly. Need to build, and there it tells you exactly what it is you need to build that. You need 2 sticks and 7 leaves, and so far I've already picked up 2 sticks. As it's flashing on there, I've got 2 out of 2, so press E a couple times, and leaves, I've got 5 or 7, so I now need to hit a couple of bushes to get me, it says there, there we go, leaves. Right, here we go. There is our fire built. So that we will need later on to cook food on. But the next thing we're going to build, we'll gather some sticks a minute, because there's a lot lying around here. Definitely will come in handy. We're going to build a camp, which I should set up first just to show you. Basically foraging what to eat, what not to eat. It's worth reading through that. bit we will start shelters. There's no point building a temporary shelter on this bit because this is going to be eventually our main base, but we'll start with a hunting shelter. That is the first thing you want to build because then you can save. And there you go. We need sticks, logs. Get the sticks done first. And we need some rocks as well, which put the sticks in by going over there and tells you what you've got there. Okay, so now I need 7 logs and 4 more rocks, and there was a rock just highlighted there, wasn't it? Maybe not, maybe I'm seeing things. But yeah, you just basically, for this bit, there you go, you wander around and you just scavenge a few rocks until you've got enough. But normally, for this, you would sort of pick these things up as you go, but at the very beginning you've literally got to go out and find full of rocks. You can carry so many. So then you have to go back and dump them off onto your shelter. So I don't need one more rock, so over here, with a stick. Yeah, you'll find yourself doing this a lot. There you go, there's all our rocks done. Now where the bloody hell did I put my cow? Can't see through the trees. Ah, there we go. It picks up a little yellow hammer. Right, so there's the rocks. So now we need logs. For that, you've got to get chopping. Best way to do, I always do a couple hits and then move around the tree. If you just stand still, it doesn't cut evenly and eventually you'll waste energy and not be cutting from the tree. So do a couple of them and then eventually, there we go. And the tree is bough. You can carry 2 logs at a time when you pick them up. And later on you can build log sleds, so you can go off, cut trees down, put them in a sled and then drag them away. Did I lose a log here? I think I did. Normally you get 4 out of a tree, but we only got 3. That is just bad luck. But anyway, we shall put them there and we will take down, I'll take down this tree. All the logs fall. Ah, there you go. That's what happens sometimes. Slight glitch in the game, which hopefully the developers will sort out when this comes out on its main release, because this is still an early access game. There's all our logs, so we've now very disorientated here. We've now got a hunting shelter, which we can go straight in and press C, and that will save the game. Therefore, if anything comes along, kills you, whatever, at least you can come back to life with a fire and a hunting shelter, which you can get in and sleep, which helps rebuild your energy. And it's already telling me there on the bottom right hand side I've got a little flashing saying I'm starting to get thirsty, which is not desperate as yet, but I will be getting hungry soon. So we're going to try now and show you some hunting, which is never easy to begin with. And as you go, you just collect sticks because you know you will need them later on. And leaves are always handy. And there's a rabbit. Here we go. Now this is the chasing game. You gotta run, and you gotta look down, and you gotta try and get them. It is not simple with the rabbits. We might have better luck with a warthog. See how quick they are. They take 2 hits. He's actually stopped and let me have him. So you pick him up. So that's 2 bits of meat. We'll try and get some more as well. If you run diagonally, you do actually run faster. Which what we found, if you run straight, you run that speed. If you do diagonally, and look that way, that does actually move you faster for some reason. Right, now I'm covered in blood. Now it says to find some water and get cleaned up. But what I'm going to do, yeah, that's another glitch you just saw then, things flying around in the air. Which is quite weird to begin with, but you do ignore it after a while. On the other level I was at, there's always tables flying around. But here we go. So now, to cook, we will use E, which will light your fire. We then show you the inventory, which is all the stuff we've collected out of the suitcases. We've got some snack bars, we've got some soda for when we get thirsty. Booze you can drink if you're literally dying of thirst, but it does take some of your health away. But the booze is mainly used when you can craft bombs and molotovs and everything like that. But it's what we want now, we want the meat. So you left click on that and you press C to cook. And as we can see, I think the sun is starting to go down, so we're not going to go too far, but we have to wait. Yeah, I might cut a few more trees down now. But we'll wait for that to get going. Throw a leaf on the fire, okay, that helps it, and eat. So we've now got some energy, and because we haven't got any actual official water here, but water is never normally too far from where they set you off, so it's always a matter. You don't want to go, you don't want to, let's see on that, normally got lip on, which is not around, but now it's getting. Here we go, that didn't take me too long. We've got water in here which we can drink from by pressing E, which obviously is not good water, but this is what we need. A quick swim, wash the blood off, therefore you don't get infected, you don't get ill, you don't die. Basically, sometimes in these ponds there is a spear lying around the outside, not in every pond, but in some ponds there is, and you can go fishing. That's just a stick, unfortunately. But yes, so you never have to go too far for water. They're normally kind and they set you off near water. But these are things as well. There you go, rope. Always looking rope. You can find either in caves or in these sort of little villages, as well as, there you go, bits of rag, which you can once again use for crafting. It's always worth having a mooch around and just collecting for the first part. But what we will do, there you go, you can see the white house there, which is sort of floating, highlighted. That is back to camp. So yeah, for the first day we will start heading back to camp. We've found our water source, so we've had a wash off. Here comes the rain now, so we'll say wet. Finish off the first day before it gets dark. Just cutting a few more trees down while I've got a full bit of energy. And eventually, the first thing I will build is a tree house. Don't build a land-based cabin, for the reason when they do decide to come and visit you, which the islanders will come and they will try to kill you. Right, see that when you cut the logs they roll. Let's try, we will build a storage thing for them soon. But for the meantime, just dump them out. Just so we know whereabouts they are. Hopefully they're not far from there. There was another one, which I can't quite see at the moment. Just take a couple of trees down. Actually, I suppose because we are going to build it here, what I will do is all wasted energy hits. Okay, it's done. While that falls. Right, let's build. So you can build them, but they're quite vulnerable These, on the other hand, tree houses, are good because you get in them quick, and we've already found a rope. So it's now just a matter of going around, picking your logs up. Where's my hat? There it is. And yeah, I'm just dumping them off. It'll probably take 2 days. I'll just continue building this tomorrow because you don't want to be cutting down trees overnight. That will definitely attract the islanders because they will hear the noise and they will come and see what the hell is going on, and then they will kill you, probably butt-fuck you, and take you to the cave, which doesn't end well for anyone. So yeah, all's best. You can at night time just stay a bit quieter and stay out of the way for the time being until you can craft some better weapons when it is possible to take them on. Right, that's it, we're almost dark. What we will do is we will build a decent point of bonfire. Some more rocks. But yeah, this is when they will start to come out. So this is a good time now for collecting sticks, rocks, anything else which doesn't make much noise. When that happens, that means you've got enough sticks. But I still need 4 more rocks. If you see feathers floating around as well, grab them. They come in handy for spears later on. Right. Now, if I could find, let's put the lighter on a minute. Especially on the first night, I should have set this up a little bit earlier. But I just dropped a rock over here. Some kind of rocks. Right, there we go. Just try and get this fire going. There's a bit of light on the campfire, but that does also it will attract unwanted guests, possibly. But you'll hear when they're around because the music will change. And now is also a good time to put down small trees, anything else like that. And if you see a bird, do that and grab its feathers. Because at night time they're a little bit less aware of you. What I might do as well, is another good idea, is to build some storage. You've got your stick holder, your log holder, your rock holder, and your log sled. Your log sled is obviously a portable log holder, so you can drag it off to other parts of the forest if you've found you've cut down too much of your own forest, you can go off, collect some logs, and bring it back. But I think what I might do to begin with, we're not going to build too much here because it's going to be our main camp. But it all depends on how you want to play it, whether you want just one main camp, or whether, if you're like me, I like to build a few. I like to build the main camp, which is here, but then there we go, I like to then build or go off exploring and build little camps around the island, which is handy if you're getting chased by the islanders or the mutants or whatever you want to call them. Then you've got little camps based all around the place that you can go to and hide if you need. We've got a log holder now, so I can cut logs down, put them there, and then as and when I need to build something, I can take them out of there and then build stuff. I can't run anymore because my level of energy down here is flashing. That means I'm hungry, and that means I've got no energy. So it means you've got to go cook. Which is why it's always worth, when you see rabbits and about, chase them, grab them. And yeah, eventually eat them. Press E to stoke the fire. And yeah, you wait for it to cook. And that gives you a bit more energy. And yeah, it looks like we're going to survive our first night. That's another bird. Instant. There we go, you can see our energy going up. Which you need the energy for cutting trees down, because you'll notice if you cut down too many trees at once, your energy will just drop, so you have to then go off and find something to eat. And that tells you exactly how many logs left you need to build your tree house. So I need another 9, which is about 2, maybe 3 trees, depending on how generous. Oh, didn't want to do that. Also, it's worth having a look, if you can, in tents, because sometimes there can be handy little gems in there. Right, the best way to find out if anything's edible, if you're lazy like me and can't bother to read the instructions, press E and you'll see. Not edible. I think there is like some rule what colour they are as to whether or not you can eat them. So yes, there's not a great deal you can really do at night, apart from if you're on the first night. It's normally alright because they're not out after you in force. But later on in the game, you don't want to be running around too much at night when they're about, because they will get you. Sticks again. Yeah, so nighttime normally lasts, I think, about 10 minutes in gameplay. So it gives you 10 minutes of chilling out and just moseying around. What I might do in that case is, I think I've built my logs. Yeah, there's my log holder there. I might build a stick holder as well. Let's build it next to the log holder. I've probably got enough sticks to build it. Is there any more you can find? Right, anything else on the floor? You can just scavenge. Later on in the game you do find what they call a rebreather, which is a device that allows you to breathe underwater for longer, so if you go out for a swim or anything like that, you can go underwater. But it also gives you the added luxury of a slight bit of night vision as well, which we found to be quite handy. Alright, just put the sticks in our stick holder. Yeah. So this bit, I'm afraid, I will skip. Just so you don't have to sit and watch me do all night. That's what you do at night, gather stuff, just collect shit. Go around, pick everything up you can. So one tip you can do is sleep. That will pass a bit of time, it will rebuild your energy. And it also makes you thirsty. Well, here we go. Sunrise. The day is upon us. Time. This is when you get a lot of birds come out at dawn, obviously, and they do in real life. What we'll do, we'll start chopping. Hopefully this doesn't draw any attention. Somewhere, a bit further afield. So you do normally get four logs out of a tree. Sometimes they just go, they fly off, and you've got to hunt for them a little bit. Let's get this tree house finished, and then we can show you the safe haven. General can give us 5, yeah. So there would be our treehouse finished. The other one. Get very different today. Right, log's done, and there's a rope. So you can go up to the rope, you press E, and you can then climb the rope. And then once you're being chased, the mutants will not get you. You can hide up here, nice and safe. You can also go up here and sleep, or what we do now, save. Right, I'm going to go down, press E, and down we go. So there is our base. We've got the main house, obviously to stay away from the mutants, fire to eat, and a little log cabin, a log thing, which is the first thing to do. That's what I always do, just to save. But also, if you go off hunting and gathering to get anything, it always brings up a house symbol. So now we've got 2 house symbols, so wherever we are, you'll see that's how to get back to home. So the next thing we're going to do is go off. We know where to find the rope in that little village over there, I think it was. So you do need rope for crafting. So what I will do, we will now speed this up, but I will go do some collecting as I go, get some rope, and we will build a bow. There we go, we've got some rope. So to build a boat, you can right click on your rope, and you right click on a stick, and cloth as well. So you use those three, and then you right click on the cog, and you've made yourself a bow. So you move that from the mat, and also, yes, we can do them. You need 5 feathers and 1 stick to make 5 arrows. So you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that. There you go, got 5 arrows. Then right click to move each. 1, 2, 3. And they're all over here then. Bows and arrows. You left click it, select it, and then to fire, you hold down left, and you will aim, and you use that bit just above where your arrow is that sticks out, and that's what you aim with. It's not the easy thing, because as you can see it's quite jolty when you move up and down. It's not smooth, but if you decide no, I don't want to fire, you press right click, and that puts your bow and arrow away. So I always run around when I'm out gathering with the axe, so obviously you can quickly, so you don't accidentally. Another glitch is sometimes you select the axe, and it doesn't let you swing the axe, which is unfortunate for this tutorial, that the game is going to screw up on me. So the bow. No, I've just accidentally fired an arrow now. Oh, I might as well do it. Ah! Can I get my... No, because there's a tortoise. So I can't even show you. I don't think shooting him will help. No, because you've got to get his head. If you hit the shell, he'll go into hiding. Oh! You can kill a tortoise with an arrow. Learn something new every day. Pick the tortoise. Ah! For now, for some reason, the axe has come back into action. Drives you mad. Be good when they get rid of all these glitches. But here's something else we can show you. This is what they do to you if they catch you. I might remove that stone from his testicles. Sorry, bro. You lost tennis, my man. They're obviously very competitive mutants. If you lose, they kill you. Not found the tennis court as yet. I'm sure it's here somewhere. There we go. Look down, swing. There we go. It always sometimes helps just to hit a few of them as you go around, because you do get your meds and your rags for crafting. Now we'll set up the main very good thing for the camp. Is we'll go through food and water collector. Let's put it there. Need 4 sticks, which to save hunting I've already put some in here. And a tortoiseshell, and that will collect rain. Whenever it rains, that will fill up with water, and you can then have fresh water. Which, oh, I didn't get any rabbits. Oh no, I haven't killed any rabbits yet. But if you find rabbits, you need 2 rabbit skin, and you craft them together, and you can make a water holder. So you can then take water with you when you go off on your expeditions. Right, so I'm gonna leave you with that thought now, and that is basically your first day on the way I find the best way to start off your camp. Is to start off with a little shelter, so you've got a saving place instantly. Then, while you've got that, you can then build a tree house, which is better than a ground shelter, because you can get off the ground. If they do come to attack you, you can actually hide. A fire, and I never did find my other fire pit I built, did I? Oh, he's there, so I was running around in the dark like an idiot. But yeah, you could build a very quick fire, which is, I normally build them as I'm roaming. If I get hungry, I collect sticks, and those little ones don't take much time to build, whereas these ones use rocks as well. but they both do exactly the same job. Except this one lasts longer. With the rocks, they will keep the fire going for a bit longer, so they're always good for a long-term base camp. And the little hunting shelter, if you find anything, one more tip I'll give you is if you find anything useful, like an entrance to a cave, which I haven't even touched on the caves yet, but if you find an entrance to a cave or a offshore boat or anything, or water hole, anything you think, I want to find my way back to this, you build a very quick hunting shelter, and that will then always bring up on your screen there. When you look around, you'll see that white house. So you can then, if you think, how the hell do I get back to that cave entrance, you can follow the sign of the white house, and yeah, it's a bit of a marker, a bit of an indicator, will help you find your way around the island. But like I say, the island is huge. I might even get, just before I disappear, I think we saw water down there. I'm not going to take you down there actually, because that will involve me jumping off a cliff. I don't want to do that because I might continue with this level and come back with more tutorials on this level as I go. But yes, there's so much to explore on this island. It is worth setting a base camp up and then just running around a little bit at a time as you go. And here it is, the rebreather. Put that on and you'll get that, which is meant for underwater, but at night time it's fantastic. It is like a bit of a night vision. It just gives you that better sight than what you need. But like anything like that, if you found I don't need to now because it's right by my base camp, but you find the rebreather, if you're playing multiplayer, which you can do online, which is great fun, there's a few of us who do that already, you would then build a little shelter here, and so then you can sort of say to anyone, find that shelter, and behind there the rebreather will respawn, so then everyone can get one. And let's see if we can get another bird just before we go. There we go. I'm like a swallow assassin, me. And then that, always collect. Oh, there we go. Always collect the feathers as you go, because you will need them for more arrows. So yeah, I shall leave that with you. Enjoy the forest, have fun, stay away from the zombies or mutants at night. They will butt fuck you. And enjoy it. Thanks for watching, guys, and yeah, day one on the forest. Like, subscribe, do everything that you normally do with YouTube videos. Probably dislike them because I sound a little bit like Steve Merchant. Right, bye!